Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. Probably for, I'm going to say a good at least week or two now. And not to mention when I first streamed this game back when it was in beta and in its test phase, I never exactly made just a separate video giving my first impressions on it. And I'm not going to lie, I left it alone for a while because I wasn't too interested in the game. But I decided to just randomly come back to it. I guess you can kind of, I guess we can kind of say, I was influenced a little bit. But in all honesty, let's just be real here. We're all, waiting for Terra, looking for, something to hold us off like that, something good to play and everything. And honestly, Marvel Heroes Omega really isn't a bad choice once you get into it, learn its mechanics a bit, and get used to it. Now, honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. These superhero-based MMO RPGs and stuff like that, I'm really not too much of a fan of them. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. DC Universe, it isn't bad. I enjoy a lot of its concept. DC Universe is hella fun and it has great combat. But I really just don't. I'm not a fan of the whole superhero spin on MMOs. That's just me. That's just me personally. Like I love Marvel. I'm a big Marvel fan. I love a lot of DC stuff too, but I'm just not a fan of that stuff in MMORPGs. I don't know why. It's just weird to me. I have a weird thing with that. Forgive me. But Marvel Heroes Omega, and a lot of people are probably going to argue because of its description. It's not an MMO. It's an action RPG and blah 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 blah. The same argument people make with Path of Exile, and the Path of Exile devs say we don't like to be included in the MMO RPG. Guys, if there's hundreds of other players running around on your maps killing world bosses and stuff like that, MMO stands for Massive Multiplayer Online. This game, as I'll see, and I'll compare it with a bunch of MMOs right here on the screen, their description, 2 to 99 players. I think 99 is probably a lot of freaking people on one game. It says 2 to 99, but there's really, hundreds of thousands, and in some games, even cases of millions of more players actually on the server. But, they're just not going to put 2 to infinite players or 2 to million players. They just put 2 to 99, just so you know that there's going to be a lot of people on this game server at one time. So, Marvel Heroes Omega is an MMO, in short. Now, despite it being missing, a few basic features, which from what I know are supposed to be coming in a later patch called the social patch or social update or something like that. I only read a little bit about it on the forums. I just saw people talking about it. It's an update that's supposed to add a lot of like current content to the game. The only things that bug me right now is like with a lot of the instances and stuff in this game, there is no queue system. Like you manually have to party up with friends or whatever to do like harder end game content or heroic difficulty content and stuff like that. So I do believe it needs a queue system. I don't know how it is on PC, but then again, that could be one thing coming in this big social update. It's supposed to be a lot of quality of life changes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna guess that a lot of the good simple features this game is missing are coming. As you guys can see on the screen here, there's clearly no form of text chat and stuff like that. Same way Skyforge started out and things. So I'm not going to complain about it because Skyforge has been the second example besides Elder Scrolls Online that developers actually do just add text chat in later on. So I'm not going to complain about it just yet or anything. But there's all kinds of dungeon content. There's world bosses. There's open world areas to run around with tons of other players and just kill stuff. There's I believe nine story chapters. The campaign's actually pretty cool, especially if you're into Marvel comics, the shows, and some of the movies and all that stuff. The campaign actually really isn't bad. For an MMO, I'm kind of surprised because most MMOs, besides a select few, the stories are pretty bland and dry. But this one seems like your normal superhero type story. It kind of seems like straight out of a Marvel comic or a movie or or anything or a show or anything like that. The combat in here, though, it's very, very fluid. You have, your basic cooldown attacks. For the most part, it's really button mashy and hack and slash. It's definitely more on, the action hack and slash RPG combat more than, like a tab targeting turn-based thing. There is a lock-on feature to lock on to enemies too. That's also, a really good thing. And then also, you don't have to use the lock-on. It's more free aim where, you can just aim at the person and everything as well. So in a summary, in short, what this game is, it's basically an MMO version of Diablo with a Marvel skin on it. And when I say it's like Diablo, I mean it's very, very much like Diablo. And I'm not kidding. Like all the way down to the end game, leveling system and stuff like that. How you just keep acquiring skill points to increase attributes as you level up. Yes, it's that much like Diablo 3. You literally you hit level cap, you finish your story and everything, and there's a bunch of crazy harder difficulties of instances and stuff like that to do. The only thing this game's literally missing to make it not much like Diablo is the whole seasons things that Diablo does, and that's fine because personally I'm not too much of a fan of seasons anyway, making a new character over and over. This game has I want to say 50 or 60 heroes in it right now. There's all kinds of iconic Marvel characters, and there's play styles for everybody. You have sword wielding characters, you have melee attack characters, from punches and kicks to dual knives, all kinds of large great weapons, big great swords. Thor has the hammer. You got mages, you have summoning classes. There's all kinds of things. If you like any type of basic RPG or MMO, whether it's a male character or female character or not, we'll get into that point in a second. There's something in this game for you class-wise. Like I'm 9 times out of 10. Now, me personally, this is where we're gonna get into the only other thing that bothers me about this game is these kind of games that use heroes in general. We'll take games like this and like Dungeon Defenders and stuff like that for example. I hate it when games don't give you an option to play an alternate version of a specific hero, especially when it's hero or character specific. Like say because me personally, I had to resort to using a girl in order to have a great sword in Magic. I had to go with Majik. Majik's fine. Majik is a hot character. I get to play this game and stare at her butt all day. Awesome. But at the same time, I would, when I play an MMO or RPG, I like to have some type of representation of myself. If I can't customize my character, at the very least, I want to be a guy. And the fact that, a lot of these games that are like hero-based and stuff like that, they don't give you that option. One thing I think a lot of these games need to start doing, especially with Marvel. Now, Marvel does with a few select characters. I got to give them props. But a lot of these games need to start giving you a female and male version of every tune. Like if you're going to remove that customization thing completely, at least give people the option to pick the gender at the very least. I personally don't think that'll hurt anything. Like Majik, for example, she has an older brother named Mikhail. He could have simply been the male version of her for the game. But knowing them, they'll probably add him as a hero later on or something. But I'm just saying, there's simple ideas like that you can always go with, to make both sides of the fence happy. That's just me. I know a lot of people don't mind playing the opposite gender and stuff like that. Thanks to this game, I'm actually finally getting over that. But me personally, whenever I play an RPG, which stands for role-playing game, I like to have some type of representation of myself. That's just my personal thing. If any of you guys like that, leave a comment in the comments below. Let me know. Let me know how you guys feel about things like that. But other than that, the customization in this game actually it's okay. They do offer different outfits and stuff like that for the characters. However, of course, a majority of them, which we can't really complain. It is a free-to-play game. A majority of the outfits are usually locked behind some type of loot box or paywall, or you need to spend a little cash, which that's whatever because it's just cosmetic benefits. You know, it's really not anything too crazy, too bad, or anything like that. So, you know, I can live with that. Whatever. You know, you have to spend a few bucks to get a cool outfit. Fine. You know, the game's free. It has a ton of content in it right now. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch more coming in the future. Let's face it. You know, it is an MMO, so you know, I'm sure a lot of cool stuff is going to definitely come to the game. But other than that, honestly, this really is it. So like I said, guys, it's basically an MMORPG version of Diablo, just covered in a Marvel skin. That's really all this game is. And honestly, that is a really fun, awesome concept. So if you guys are a fan of Marvel, you're looking for a good MMORPG to play, you know, for forever, or even, you know, just till Terra hits, I would highly recommend you guys check this game out. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. Sorry it's coming out so late, but it's free to play on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC right now. Like all MMOs, the PC version is currently way ahead of the console versions. I don't even think the console versions have their raids in yet. I'm not completely sure on that because honestly, I'm still working my way to endgame. So if anybody knows I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments on that one. But other than that, guys, it's a really awesome, fun game. And if you guys need help, have any questions about it and everything, I'm still learning a lot myself. But I'll gladly help you guys out, give you guys, you know, some knowledge on this game. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.